Hello, my name is Kirsten Davidson. I'm a sophomore at GCU, and this is my Buyer and Consumer Behavior Benchmark assignment on Ben & Jerry's. This slide covers the brand summary of Ben & Jerry's, as Ben & Jerry's is a Vermont-based ice cream company that was founded in 1978 by childhood friends Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield. The brand quickly became iconic not just for its unique, creatively named flavors like Cherry Garcia and Half Baked, but also for its progressive values. Ben & Jerry's has built an identity around fun, flavor innovation, and activism. As they operate in a sustainable and profitable way, they consistently use their platform for progressive causes and to promote social justice, like climate justice, racial equality, LGBTQ plus rights, and fair trade. As I mentioned, they operate in a sustainable, profitable way. Their ice cream is made with non-GMO ingredients, cage-free eggs, and sustainably sourced dairy as part of their mission to create a community for everyone connected to their business. Ben & Jerry's, now owned by Unilever, specializes in ice cream and produces frozen yogurts, sorbets, and dog desserts with unit sales of approximately 176 million. Ben & Jerry's was the leading brand of ice cream in the United States in 2023. Companies such as Haagen-Dazs, Blue Bell, and Baskin-Robbins are its top competitors. With their rich ingredients, unique flavors, and impact on social and environmental justice, sets them apart from other ice cream companies. This second slide is going to be discussing the prompt 2, target audience, target market for Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's has built a fun brand identity with lots of innovation and activism surrounded by it, as Ben & Jerry's is an ice cream brand that is beloved and a staple in many households. Being a company that proudly represents their fun, natural ingredients, unique flavors, and involvement in environmental issues has created a loyal consumer base. Their target audience is young adults who are in the middle to upper class. The target market for Ben & Jerry's is from kids to elderly adults who care about the environment and take pride in trying new flavors that appeal to both indulgence and social values. Its popularity is highest among millennials, closely followed by Generation X. In computer share, millennials and Gen Z score highest, with baby boomers lagging. A part of Ben & Jerry's, as I've mentioned, they are socially and environmentally conscious, and their consumers are as well. Ben & Jerry's consumers are individuals who are conscious of ethical sourcing of ingredients and sustainability. Their marketing strategies go beyond product promotion, creating these personal relationships with consumers, making them feel like they are a part of something much bigger. This is the second slide on the prompt to Ben & Jerry's target market. This slide is going to be addressing the fact that Ben & Jerry's is a psychogenic want, rather a biogenic need. And this link is going to be a link that shows their website and shows their 3 core mission values and also their ingredients and their natural sourcing ways. This picture is also a picture that is a true marketing picture of their ice cream and what is actually on the back of their ice cream, presenting that they do not use non-GMO products, cage-free eggs, and participate in fair trade. As I've mentioned, ice cream is no biogenic purchase. It is something we crave for our late night snack, as it is a flavorful dessert that will fix any sweet tooth. People who buy from Ben & Jerry's perceive them as a transparent brand, as they openly share their 3-part mission and how they achieve it. Their consumers are more likely to prioritize an honest, respectable, and happy relationship with being successful and social justice. This advertisement on their ice cream showed me transparency, telling me and their consumers about ethical sourcing of ingredients and providing their website to learn more. I also learned how they differentiate from other ice cream brands, as competitors do not put this on their ice cream advertisements. This third prompt will be addressing the consumer response to Ben & Jerry's marketing, how they use the emotional appeal, one-sided versus two-sided, and how they use new media. Ben & Jerry's uses joy and quirky names for their flavor launches, like the Tonight Dough. Because of their active push for activism, they represent empathy and passion, giving strong visuals and narratives that spark feeling and action, not just awareness. This is representing how they use the emotional appeal throughout their marketing strategies. For product promotion, they use more of a one-sided, light-hearted marketing. When they are addressing social justice, they are using more of a two-sided strategy as they address both sides of the issue. A lot of Ben & Jerry's marketing is through new media, whether it is TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. They use these channels as a place to not just promote ice cream, but to raise awareness. That first picture on the top above prompt 3 is a true Instagram screenshot of their marketing and how they talk about openly how they got the banana into the ice cream. And also that second picture is addressing and showing their emotional appeal throughout their marketing. This fourth prompt is addressing the brand influencers and the effect they have on the consumer decision making process. Family, advocacy groups, and friends are all very important things, especially when it comes to Ben and Jerry's. When you're growing up with a family that buys specific products, it can lead to habits growing in your adult life. For example, if you grew up eating Ben and Jerry's, you are more likely to be a loyal consumer for Ben and Jerry's. Advocacy groups may have campaigns with companies like Ben and Jerry's that are involved in social justice. This can bring light to the brand, as some people may have not known how involved the brand really is, inspiring them to purchase from their brand. When hanging out with a friend at their house, you are seeing them eat a flavor of ice cream you've not seen. The way they indulge and enjoy every bite convinces you to go buy the same from the same brand. This fifth prompt is addressing how Ben & Jerry's applies diffusion of innovation to marketing communications, how they apply to innovators, early adopters, and the late majority. Since Ben & Jerry's is constantly testing out new flavors and new collaborations, this appeals to people who are curious and trend forward. For example, having a Colin Kaepernick partnership sparked buzz and had new fans wanting to try. When that is happening, the social cause was happening when he protested, and they had that collaboration with him. It was a perfect time, especially considering that they are involved in social causes. When working with multiple celebrities, it spreads people's awareness of the brand, helps get more people to join in on the trend. They're consistently asking on their platforms, on their channels, for opinions on new flavors and names. Although they are known for their unique flavors, they do have regular flavors to appeal to those who want the classics like the late majority. Being transparent brand also lets new consumers feel less skeptical when purchasing. This sixth prompt is going to be addressing Ben & Jerry's ethics and conscious capitalism. This first picture is a picture of one of their locations on the outside of their store, showing that they are very ethically and environmentally involved with what is happening. And that second picture is going to be how much waste and carbon footprint the Ben & Jerry's company actually has. So first, I want to be talking about the thriving farmers and farm workers. As Ben & Jerry's uses sustainable farming practices, farmers from developing countries in safe working conditions with fair wages. This helps the global economic opportunities for underrepresented communities. They also work towards having productive waste, and ice cream manufacturing creates dairy waste too intense to send to the local wastewater treatment facility. Instead, our Vermont ice cream plants send it back to regional digesters, where it goes to a methane digester along with other farm waste and generates renewable energy. They also really work towards responsibly sourced packaging. Their goal is to have 100% of their packaging be free of petroleum-based plastic, and we want to be all reusable, composable, and recyclable by 2025. This Prompt 7 slide is addressing the evaluation of internal and external factors with Ben & Jerry's, the pros and cons. Internally, Ben & Jerry's has a few factors within the company's control that impact performance, whether it is their strong brand identity, mission-driven culture, innovative product development, and ethical practices within the company help find conscious consumers. Although these are very helpful internal factors, the brand has some that may harm them. For example, higher prices, complex supply chain due to their sustainable practices, and their brand activism risk, as many people might not agree with their brand's mission. External factors can be hard for a company and a brand to work with, but with our society feeling very broken, lots of consumers seek brands that work towards a society that loves, protects, and accepts, and Ben & Jerry's is that brand. They are also involved with the plant-based or vegan market, giving a flavor for everyone to enjoy. They can also work more towards other countries and expanding their global potential. With that, it is important to think of the competition and trends that are leaning more towards healthy and environmentally sourcing effects like climate change on their dairy and etc. This Prompt 8 is addressing recommendations I have for Ben & Jerry's. I think that they should start expanding more on dairy-free flavors, as lots of environmentally conscious people are vegan. Making more flavors can appeal to more people and allow for more footprint to come in for the company. I also think that they should work with more influencers, as working with more influencers who use their voices for social or environmental causes can also allow for a larger footprint. It also creates a fun, powerful fan base. It also, I think, a price decrease would be great, as Ben & Jerry's ice cream does range on the higher priced items, so lowering these prices or even having more sales can allow for more social classes to indulge in this dessert. I also think that helping with the impeachment of Donald Trump would really help them, as environmentally and social conscious as they are. They can bring their audience more hope by having petitions, protests, and raising awareness of what is happening. This can allow for people across the country to find and respect a brand that is working towards a better society and build a loyal fan base.